So I got like a zero back in the garage. Nothing bad. Just doing another upgrade. So I'm gonna show you this real quick. All right, check this out. So everybody knows Wranglers and Gladiators. At least the JTs and the JLs. Can't speak on the JK because never owned one. Or the XJs or anything for that matter. Or TJs or rather. They don't have a what you call a dead pedal. Meaning a third, platform or fake pedal or false pedal to rest your foot. So you either got to put your foot right here and have your legs at a 90-degree angle, or you kind of just extend it right there on the floor. Nothing resting on it but the bare floor. And either way, over time, especially over long distance of driving, you get leg fatigue on your left leg. At least with your right foot, you're resting it on that gas pedal, or the brakes is going back and forth, so you're getting good circulation with that. But with a Jeep, automatic Jeep, you don't have a third pedal, nothing to put your foot on. Even when I had my Mazda Speed 3, which is a 2.3 liter turbocharged 6-speed manual transmission hatchback car, I had the gas pedal, brake, and the clutch pedal, and even a third spot to put my foot. So even on long distances, I have the car in cruise control. I had essentially a fourth pedal or dead pedal or something to put my foot, even with a six manual transmission. Even my big truck, I had a 2016 Freightliner Cascadia. That was a manual transmission. It had 3 operating pedals, and I had a footrest that I could use on the left side. For some reason, Jeep didn't put a dead foot pedal or dead platform on either the automatic or the manual transmission. And for those who have a manual transmission, Jeep, Wrangler or Gladiator, you can't do the upgrade I'm about to do today. I don't know the option for you guys. But yeah. So looking at this bolt right there. Let me see if I can get the flash to come on. Yeah. That bolt right here is where I'm going to mount Quadratec's dead pedal upgrade. I'm going to mount the bracket right there, and the foot pedal is going to mount to that bracket. And I will have essentially something to put my foot on this. Now, I wasn't worrying about that until recently. This weekend, I'm going to see my cousin. He's turning 40. And I live in Georgia. He lives in North Carolina. And that's going to be a 6.5-hour drive. And I refuse to drive this truck that long of a distance for that long and my leg constantly going to sleep or cramping up or whatever. I'm not doing it. So, I planned on getting this upgrade months ago when I bought the truck, but I just wasn't in a rush to do it because I normally just drive 40 minutes to an hour one way to work and back, not because of the distance, but because of traffic. In clear traffic, I can get to work in 25 minutes. But with Atlanta traffic the way it is, depending on what time I'm going to work every day, it could be 25 minutes, it could be an hour, who knows. But it's not long enough for me to have issues with my leg cramping. But now that I know I'm going on that trip in 3 days, I am definitely, I think Atlanta to Raleigh, North Carolina, it's about 415 miles. That's about 6.5 hours, 6 hours clear traffic. And I'm gonna have the truck in cruise control, but that's still a decent drive, man, to be dealing with a left leg cramp. So this is Quadratec's dead pedal for the 4xe, the JL, and the JT Gladiator, or the 4xe and the JT. I think this will work in the JL as well. I'm not sure. But it matches my vehicle. I think, I got a Gladiator, so that's when I made sure that it fits, and it fits the JT. There's other brands, not as expensive as this. I saw some stuff on Amazon I looked at. It looked kind of cheesy. I do buy stuff on Amazon. I do buy Chinese-made stuff all the time, but some things I just want to keep American. Hell, that front bumper is Chinese-made. It's all steel, made by Red Rock. All right, we got the foot mount and the bracket loosely plugged in. You got 2 M6 bolts a flat washer, and 2 locking nuts. Hold on, Alex. What you need, baby boy? Huh? I love you too. Huh? What'd you say? You trying to come outside? Come on. You supposed to have on some shoes or something, man. I'm putting this together. That's my boy. Alright. So yeah, M6, 2 M6 bolts, washers on each one, and locking nuts. And that's how I got them on there loose because I don't know if I'm gonna keep that position right there or go in the middle or go towards the front a little bit. That's gonna be determined by the, that's gonna change the angle, and I believe the, yeah, it's gonna change the angle and height a little bit of the footrest. But I'm gonna leave it right there. I think I might like it at that angle. I'm gonna mock this up inside the truck and see how it sits. So stand by. All right, so we got it mocked up in here. As you can see, I got it sitting on those 2 studs. I didn't remove the hardware from those studs. The kit did come with one, I want to call it a hex-shaped sleeve that screws onto the either one of those studs. I believe it goes to the bottom one. You can put it on either one, I believe. No, it might be the top one. That top one seems to have a smaller hole. Yeah, I think it might be the top one. I'm gonna look at the instructions again. But you put the sleeve on there, and at the top of the sleeve, it has it's threaded all the way through the sleeve. The sleeve itself is shaped like a cylinder that's shaped like a hexagon. So I'm gonna have to use a 13mm wrench, open-ended wrench, and get it on that tight. And then on the other end of that sleeve, or whatever you want to call it, I'm gonna get the proper name in a second. It fits an M8 bolt. A bolt gonna screw on top of it, and it'll keep the bracket in place up there. It ain't gonna come off. So I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Alex, don't move. Stay in the truck. Don't get out. This is what I'm talking about. See that? Hex shape. And it's gonna screw on. Either side is fine, I think. 13mm. I don't have a 13mm opening winch. This a 10mm. That's for the foot pedal to fit the bracket with a 4mm hex key. So I'm gonna hold the locking nut with this and turn. Alex, sit down. Stop touching stuff. And I'm gonna use a 4mm hex key to tighten those 2 M6 bolts in while using this on the nut. And for this, since that's a deep socket 13mm, I'll use that to, as you can see. Wait a minute. It says 13. Yeah, they don't fit. I might have to go up a size. Wait a minute. No wonder this is 12. I want it didn't fit. It's a 12mm socket. I get 13. Get that. Alex, sit down. Stop touching stuff. Get that out. The problem was I counted 3. So I got them in order. I forgot that's a 10 at the bottom, so that's why I counted wrong. But yeah. We got us a 13mm socket, and let's see if that fits. Yep, snug. It fits, slide right on in, and there's not much play in it. Yeah, it's a deep socket. I needed a deep socket because of how long this is. So we good. I don't have a box wrench, but we got a solution. Got a deep socket 13mm socket. 1/2 inch drive. I like 1/2 inch instead of 3/8. I don't have too many. I got a few tools that's 3/8. I got a few that's even 1/4 inch. Sit down, boy. That boy be doing the most. Look at him. Look at him, y'all. Just can't sit still. Sit down, boy. But yeah, let me get this in there, and I'm gonna try different positions, and I'll make my final decision in a minute as far as that plate, how far back I want it. I'll be right back. All right, per instructions, that's called a coupler, and it's an M8 coupler. So earlier I kept saying sleeve, it's a coupler. So what you have to do is you have to find the lower left. So there's two of them on the left side and one on the right. The lower left firewall bolt or stud, and that's where you put the coupler at. You screw that on with preferably a 13 millimeter open-ended socket or 13 millimeter open-ended wrench, or box wrench, or whatever you want to call it. But I didn't have that size, so I used a deep socket, 13 millimeter deep socket, and hand tighten. I didn't torque it down to any kind of spit. Just, you know, tight enough, finger tight. It ain't gonna go nowhere because I'm finna put the bracket on there and it's not gonna back off. You don't want to over torque it. Just nice little snug fit. Just one ugga-dugga. You know what I'm saying? As soon as you get it to the point where you get some resistance, just 1/4 inch turn, bam, it's tight enough, man. You ain't got to overdo it. So you put that coupler on there, and when I put the bracket with foot pedal on top of that coupler, that's when I'm gonna screw in that 5 millimeter hex key M8 bolt, and I'm gonna do that now. All right, so it's all hooked up. Got that M8 bolt screwed in on top of the bracket inside the coupler, and it takes a 5 millimeter hex key, and it's tied into that lower left firewall stud bracket. So stud, coupler, bracket, M8 bolt, bracket. And I decided to go, let me zoom out a little bit. I decided to go with the middle position with the foot pedal. Just sat in and just trial and error. I mean, it's a pain in the ass to be taking that bolt loose, sliding the holes, and, you know, getting the desired foot height that you want. But I mean, all three positions feels good. I say, you know what? I'm just gonna put it in the middle, as you can see. Put it in the middle, so that, you know, rear hole or the front hole, just to, you know, split between the two. Cause I mean, it really didn't feel much of a difference. I think I'm probably really, we're gonna see how my leg feels on this trip, and I'll adjust it from there if I need to. But if my left leg don't cramp up or feel bad like it did before, then I'm gonna leave it like this. If it does, then, you know, of course I'm gonna try adjusting either forward or backwards. Probably go forward if it does start cramping up. Not forward, but yeah, I probably put this bolt into that hole closest to the firewall just to raise the pedal up a little bit, and we'll go from there. Or lower. No, actually, I'll bring this hole forward, so I'll lower it. That's what I do. I'll adjust the alignment. I will adjust the bolts so the pedal is lower to the floor to get rid of that angle in my leg, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm gonna end up doing. But I'm excited. Now I could have spent the extra 20 bucks and got the rubber or silicone pad that uses 3M tape to put on here. But I'm like, I'd rather just have that, save that $30 and add that to shipping, so I can get this in 2 days instead of just, you know, standard shipping, because my trip is Saturday and it's Thursday. Today's Wednesday, I'm sorry. Today is Wednesday. I ordered it yesterday on actually I ordered it Monday. I ordered this Monday, needed it before Saturday, so I just decided to, instead of spending an extra 30 bucks on a fucking rubber pad, excuse my French, Alex, hope you can hear me say that. I just spent that $30 on 2 day shipping, and that's what I did. I won't even use this often. You know, maybe I will now that it's there. But it's metal. I mean, my foot ain't gonna slide. I mean, if it does, it does. I'm just using the rest on it, man. I mean, and then on top of that, I think, man, I was thinking about fabricating my own little rubber matting on this anyway. I could make that shit myself. So double-sided 3M tape and just, you know, measure out a piece of damn rubber the same shape as this, slightly smaller than this, and double-sided 3M tape it. Boom, I got what I need. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not spending $30 on that. I gotta just use that for shipping. But it's in there. Quadratec dead pedal. Jeep, tighten up. This should have been stock from factory, man. I don't know what the hell y'all was thinking, but anyway, love you guys. Y'all have a good one.